morning and happy Wednesday, first friends, boys and girls. Penny and Clifford here to read another story to you all today. Hope everyone had a great Tuesday and we're looking forward to this day today. So let's get to our story. Clifford, right there. And the name of our story today, boys and girls, is The Squirrels Who Squabbled. The Squirrels Who Squabbled. Let's go. Let's see what this story is all about. Squirrels Who Squabbled. Well, boys and girls, in a towering forest where summer had been, the leaves turned to gold as a cold wind blew in, and as autumn arrived with the sky raging red, the sleepiest creatures got ready for bed. While up in a tree swung a flighty young squirrel who everyone knew as Spontaneous Cyril. Okay. Look at that. Look how pretty that is, boys and girls. And there's Spontaneous Cyril. Let's see why he is spontaneous. Now, most foresty folk had seen to their needs through the plentiful months of mushrooms and seeds. They'd built up their stores so they'd all be well fed through the frosting of winter that glittered ahead. But Cyril, he lived in the now and the here. He'd adventured and partied his way through the year. So his cupboard was empty. His hollow was bare. He hadn't a mouthful of food anywhere. See, boys and girls, all the animals have been collecting food for months because they know in wintertime they won't be able to get food. So here's Spontaneous Cyril. Look, he looks in his cupboard and there's nothing there. No food. He has not been saving up his food. He's been playing and partying and not taking care of things he needed to do. But wait, what was that? Over there, take a look. A single lone pine cone wedged in a nook. He squealed with delight, and for very good reason, for inside were the very last nuts of the season. Oh, do you see, boys and girls? There he is. And look what he sees. One lone pine cone. The last pine cone. And he's going to try very hard to get it, isn't he? Yes, he is. He sees it from afar. But Cyril wasn't alone. There were more hungry eyes. Yes, Plan-Ahead Bruce had his sights on the prize. Though he'd gathered fresh treasures of every sort, Bruce was convinced he was one pine cone short. I simply must have it, he wistfully cried as he dreamed of the fresh, juicy pine nuts inside. Oh, here we go. Plan-Ahead Bruce, boys and girls. And look at all of the food that Plan-Ahead Bruce has already collected. Oh my goodness, but he thinks he needs one more pine cone. Wow. So, as Cyril set off on his way to the ground, Bruce, he was also last pine cone bound. They sprinted and scurried with no time to gamble. They scratched at the bark in their scampering scramble. But their panic and haste shook the tips of the spruce, and the pine cone, it trembled, and then it came loose. There they are. Do you see them, boys and girls? They're each running up the tree. Plan ahead Bruce and spontaneous Cyril. And they're both going for it, reach for it, and it comes loose and falls. Oh my goodness. Both squirrels gave chase at a lightning pace. This was the start of a wild, nutty race. It's mine, shouted Cyril. No, mine, hollered Bruce. You don't stand a chance. Give up. It's no use. I'm hungry, cried Cyril. This cone is not yours. Stay back, shouted Bruce. This cone's for my stores. So there they are, boys and girls. They are racing after that pine cone, and they're hollering back and forth at each other. It's mine. No, it's mine. Oh, no. It beamed over bushes and flew through the air. It boinged on the nose of a slumbering bear. Uh-oh. It bounced over boulders, then came to I don't know. See? Do you see it, boys and girls? It's all over the place. Look, it boinged the sleeping bear. And then, do you see the squirrels going in there? Oh, boys and girls. It came to a stop. Then teetered and wobbled and quivered and... Look, that mad bear that got woken up is chasing after them. And there are the two squirrels. Do you see where the pine cone is, boys and girls? On the very tip of that cliff. Oh! Teetered and wobbled and quivered and plop! Fell into the water. Both squirrels followed. Oh, the water was fast. Would they learn that they needed each other at last? But each was intent on how he could win, so they didn't quite notice a bird swooping in. Oh, boys and girls, they both hop into the water. You see where the pine cone went in? They both hopped into the water, and they're both determined they're going to get that pine cone. Do you see the bird? He's going to swoop in and pick it up, boys and girls. Cyril and Bruce, they watched in dismay as their cone disappeared up, 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 and away. Come back, shouted Cyril. There are nuts, exclaimed Bruce, but all hope was gone. It was simply no use. And meanwhile they drifted right up to the ledge. Greed, it was driving them. Here they are, boys and girls. They're just floating in the water, down the river. Greed was driving them. Look, there's the end of that water going down into a big waterfall. Oh my goodness, boys and girls. Greed, it was driving them over the edge. Cyril and Bruce, they had taken a fall. They were paying the price for wanting it all. They squandered their chances to team up and share. Would their nutty young hopes simply end in despair? Oh, boys and girls, look. They went over the edge. Oh, my goodness. They're falling with the water. Oh. Bruised and bedraggled, they swept past dry land. Cyril grabbed at a branch. Cyril grabbed at a branch with a trembling hand. Catching Bruce with the other, he heaved and he huffed and pulled him to safety with panting and puffs. They dragged themselves up with sputtering wriggles. Then Bruce looked at Cyril and... Oh, look, boys and girls. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so Cyril grabs Bruce. You see? Cyril grabs him, drags him up to dry land, boys and girls. Thank goodness they're safe. They dragged themselves up with sputtering wriggles. Then Bruce looked at Cyril and... Oh, boys and girls, I'm sorry. Exploded in giggles. How silly we are, he managed to mutter. How greedy I've been, he proclaimed with a sputter. We shall change from today. May the squabbling cease. We should celebrate, seeing we're both in one piece, thank goodness. And they are both laughing, boys and girls. Look at them. They're wet. Ugh. But they're safe. From that day and forward, they made a great pair. They would gather together and found that they could share. Yes, Cyril and Bruce, they knew in the end. Look, boys and girls, they're eating with all their friends. Do you see Cyril and Bruce right there? Look, they're eating with all their friends. Look at all that wonderful food. Oh, yes, boys and girls. There's so much food there. So, yes, Cyril and Bruce, they knew in the end the best thing to share is a laugh with a friend. Oh, I love that, boys and girls. Yes, it is. The best thing you can share is a laugh with a friend. Oh, I love that. Those two silly squirrels. They were after that one pine cone, weren't they, boys and girls? Oh, my goodness. I hope you all have a great day today, guys. Girls and guys. And please know that Miss Penny loves you all so very much. And I look forward to reading another story to you all tomorrow. So for now, Penny and Clifford say bye-bye.